Hi, it's Jamie from JBR Collection. Today I'm really excited to unveil the first car we bought, which was the Porsche 911 991 Carrera 4S. I think I've mentioned in previous videos that this journey has been a bit of a lesson. It's rusted away there in your hand, I can see it.
You can see the key marks where they've sanded it back.
A little bit of rust on the sort of lip here. It's been a hell of a lesson. We've made lots of mistakes along the way. We bought this car back in March. We've done half a dozen things to it, and yet here we are in July. It's taken that long by where we bought so many cars, juggling them around, getting them booked into garages, getting them back out, doing the work. So, you know, I think that's one of the key lessons here is when, you know, it's taken us far longer than we first envisaged. So obviously something that we're going to look to sort of correct and try to deal with one thing at a time rather than multiple things. On this car, this was really around, there was not lots of things that we needed to do, but what we wanted to do is just bring this up to the sort of standard you would expect for a car of this age and the type of car. So without further ado, why don't we have a little look at what we got. So before we take the car out for a drive and a review, why don't we just have a quick look around the car, the things that we've done. So for those who watched the original video, we had the bottom splitter here, or front spoiler, whatever you want to call it. It was cracked at the bottom, obviously because of the type of material, lots of stone chipping. So we've had that repaired and this has all been sprayed in. We come up to the bonnet. On the bonnet we had lacquer peel near the badge. And what we had was quite a few, and they weren't light, but scratches in this section of the bonnet. We went to Scudo Forte, the guys there, where the other Porsche got detailed. They did say they could polish it out, but we weren't going to do that with the lacquer. So what we've done is we've had this completely resprayed at the front end. If we sort of come around, these are the original 20-inch Sport Techno wheels. If you remember this, I think it was on here, round about here, we had like peeling and blistering. When we took these to the wheel specialists, what they were saying is, look, because this is a regular occurrence issue on wheels, certainly on the Diamond cut, they've been cut so many times that, you know, some of the wheels are like quite thin on this edging. What we did is I wanted to go for an original Porsche colour, and I really didn't want some gaudy old gold colour, so we've gone for like what looks more like a champagne gold. And this is actually, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, but this is Wise Gold. It's W-E-I-S-S. I'm 100% I've pronounced it wrong there, but it's the gold colour that is on the GT2. Also round on the bodywork, you know, from a cosmetic point of view, lots of little stone chips, what have you. They've all been completely filled, rubbed down. A particular issue was this section here. That was all starting to show, it was blistered, starting to show surface rust. That's all been rubbed down, primed, resprayed. There really is no real kind of marks or blemishes on this car, but this has had a stage 1 machine polish all over the car. It's had obviously a valet and a detailing on the inside, and obviously the same company, as I said, did the PPF. Quite honestly, I mean, that is all we have done to the car to really bring it up. I'm sure there's a couple of other bits I'm probably forgetting, but this was really our aim with all these cars, as you know, it's just about bringing them up, you know, in their full glory, and that's what we've tried to do here. You know, we don't want to start sticking bits and pieces onto it that don't need to be there. And you know, in my opinion, you know, it's a Carrera 4S, and it just looks absolutely spectacular, and it's in a mint condition. So whoever buys this car, quite honestly, they're going to have nothing to do other than enjoy it. So one of the things I absolutely love about this car is it's a real balance between an everyday car and a sports car. And to be fair, it's much more than a sports car. It really is a bit of an animal. I appreciate it's not, you know, it's not a GT3, it's not a turbo, but this normally aspirated engine is absolutely superb. At the moment I'm driving this in normal mode and I'm just putting it along, and where you can tell that this is an everyday car, it's on the throttle. I'm pushing down here at this very moment in time about an eighth of the way down, and the car's not really shooting off, it's not flying into the car ahead, and it's just meandering along quite nicely. You know, it's quite happy, and this is what I mean. This is your drive to work everyday car, and this is the bit, as I say, I love, because you can adapt this car to how you want to drive it. So as I said, at the moment we're just putting it along. I've got my foot down, and unless it feels I've got to push through that barrier to really set this thing alive. And in this mode, I don't necessarily need to do that, because if I want my foot down, I'm going to press this button, and this button is sport. Now all of a sudden, there you go, we're a little bit throatier, we're moving a bit quicker, we're not trying to go too mad. And then if we want to go track mode, now we're in a real animal, and this thing is going to fly into the car head. And it is absolutely mental. But we're not going to drive to work like that, so we're just going to turn those off for a minute and carry on normally. So yeah, so you've got a bit of everything with this car. You really do. Drive it without those modes on, drive to work. Want to get out in the countryside for a bit of blast? Don't go Sports Plus, just Sports. Want to mess around on Castle Coupe track? Bang it into Sport Plus. It really is a car that can do a bit of everything without having to pay absolutely top dollar. And for all those Porsche enthusiasts out there that love the Carreras, the Carrera 4Ss, I'm probably not telling you something you don't already know. The suspension can be a bit hard on these roads. You know, you really do feel every bump, but what it does is you feel perfectly poised. Internally, I think I said previously, nice little finishes with the guard red seat belts. Yes, they are just seat belts, but they're just nice little touches. We've got the red dials, and then we have the sort of chrono clock that's also in red. So there's nice touches on the inside, very comfortable. Just generally a really nice car to drive. You know, I can't, to be honest, I don't get really excited about the inside of the car, but it is completely as you would expect, and you know, quite modern really. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I think, as I said before, look, you know, we do this is a hobby, this is fun. I don't proclaim to be an expert. You're not watching these reviews to find out in-depth reviews on Porsches and Carreras. It's just my honest opinion of the car. I hope also you can sort of see how much love we have for the cars as well that we deal with, trying to get them into a really nice condition that, you know, if someone was buying this car, they'd be really pleased with what's been done to it, really pleased at the condition it's in. You know, we're not trying to make out we've done loads and loads of stuff to it, but we've just done those little things that make the difference. The little things that, you know, when you go and buy a car, the quality and all the rest of it, it's exactly how you expect to find it. So this car's up for sale now. You'll find it on JBR Collection. You'll find it on Auto Trade, I think we've put it on. So yeah, if you fancy buying this car, that's where you'll find it up for sale. If not, I hope you just enjoyed the video nonetheless.